Hello and good morning. This is Olivia. My website is tarot and coffee with Olivia.godaddysites.com if you want to set an appointment with me for a personal reading or for clarification on your reading of the day, or if you have something else that you'd like to ask if it's a service I provide. Mostly I do tarot cards, so that's the pretty much the deal. Today is June 14th, 2020. There's a lot going on today, but first I want to tell each of you how much I appreciate you. I feel like there are not enough words to say what you guys do for me each day. Like, you're keeping me going. If it weren't for this daily meditation that I do with you guys, if y'all weren't coming back daily, as many of you as there are, I would have probably stopped by now and I would probably just be lying in bed all day, every day. I don't know what I'd be doing, but I'm just glad I'm here. I'm really happy to be here with you. And I'm really happy to have my little cup of java there to sip on as well. But if I had to do without coffee or you guys, I'd pick you guys. What I always want you to remember, of course, is with this meditation, especially, you are the master of your destiny. You. Except when you're not. And that is when you need to let go and let God. And what I mean by the master of your own destiny is we do have choices. The cards may say something is going to happen today. It might be kind of scary, or it might be something. Don't be afraid. It's your day. Sometimes things do happen to us that we don't like or that are uncomfortable. What we're talking about with the cards today is what's going on today. I don't know where I was going with that, but I guess I just want to make sure you know that I'm here to provide comfort. If you have anxiety, or if you have, I think all of it, I guess I don't want to say all of us, but I think so many of us have so much anxiety right now because of what's going on in the world. Do see a professional if that's something that you're seeking. For me, this here is a meditation for every man, every woman, everybody. But it's not therapy. I have to say that, and it is true. So let's see how to do this meditation. So how we do it is I have these crystals and stones here. I have this beautiful green heart. I have this cream colored howlite that has these green marbling in it. I have this fluorite that has this kind of turquoisey blue-green color. And then I have this that I know I need to identify. I'm waiting to get into some rock identification groups on Facebook. I've answered the questions. I am a member of a couple, but I haven't gotten answers on some of my stones. So I'm trying to get in the woo-woo ones with the scientific names and stuff. And maybe I didn't pass. I don't know. But I haven't heard from them. So we do have a thought of the day today. We have more than one thought of the day. But before I say anything, I want to say Robert Fuller. I want to say I don't have a whole list. The people that I remember: Trayvon Martin, Tamir Rice, George Floyd. That's just some recent things that have deaths, murders that have happened in the United States of America. I kind of want to speak to those of you who don't understand why rioting is necessary, and I did say necessary. I do have a quote off the top of my head by Martin Luther King. He says, "Agitate, agitate, agitate." There's this guy named Frederick Douglass. He was a slave. He started out as a slave. His the lady of the house on his plantation taught him the alphabet when he was 12. And then she quit teaching him because her husband made her stop because it was illegal to teach black people how to read. Slaves. So he got help from other sources, and guess what he learned how to read first? The Bible. And guess what he found out when he read the Bible? He found out that it was unchristian to keep slaves. He found out he was a human being and that he is one of God's children just like anybody else. That's what he found out. And from there, he became so many things. He became an orator, which is a speaker, but he became a lot of things. First, he became freed. It took him several tries and beatings to get free, and then he got free. He was actually one of the first. He was the first black man to be nominated as vice president of the United States. He was many things. Frederick Douglass. One of the things Frederick Douglass was an agitator. I do have a quote by Frederick Douglass. Those who profess to favor freedom and yet depreciate agitation are men who want crops without plowing a field. Another quote by Frederick Douglass: if there is no struggle, there is no progress. So, yeah, when things are this big, I'm sorry, agitation is necessary. I know that a lot of you are really upset about it. I know that those that are protesting are extremely upset. They're even more upset than you are. Except, I don't know that any of you are upset about what I'm talking about. I'm probably just preaching to the choir. But anyway, if that's so, take it out there. Take it out there in the world. Thank you for being here. Without further ado, I want you to take a look at your choices up here. Go ahead and decide what is calling to you. I also have some other little markers. I have this little wasp nest, this little paper wasp nest that has been bronzed. And I have this, I don't know where it came from. I mean, I do know where it came from. It was found. And it wasn't found by me. I found it secondly. That's when somebody finds something and brings it home. And then I'm like, oh, look what I found. Yeah, somebody made that. And it is just, it's really incredible to me that it was found where it was found, because it was found in the trash. So pick, if you need more time to pick your card of the day. Oh, there's no right or wrong to do, no wrong or right or wrong way to do this, because some people, people have been telling me in the comments how they're using this meditation. When I first did it, I intended for people to pick a card and have that be their daily card. But some people are picking all the cards and using it as a daily reading. Some people are doing this at the end of the day, and they're looking back at their day with their reading. So take your time. If you need more time, you do go ahead and pause and take your time. A lot of people like to do a little quick meditation before we start. That's me. I do that. There are others though, because it can really kind of help hone your intuition so that you can pick the card that will resonate with you most. Or just so that you can focus and concentrate for the time it takes to get through this video, because I know some of you, your attention span isn't as long as this video is going to be. Okay, so we've taken enough time. Oh, I also have the little turtle here. Also, I have the little flower here. I haven't named the turtle yet. If you think you want to find a name for the turtle, or if you want to help me find a name for the turtle, you can comment in the comments. I can't guarantee that that will be his name or her name, but I will tell you that I will take it into consideration. So without, we're going to start with this guy. I'm going to go ahead and get the light out because this particular rock is very gorgeous. And I will tell you that the green colors, the color green for me definitely represents healing. And we used a lot of green today. This is your card. If you pick that rectangular stone, you have the Seven of Cups. Illusion, self-delusion. Something is blocking your path because of the way you are thinking about things. You could move forward if you could clear your mind. That is kind of well, when I drew this card, it was upside down. I don't always read the inverted cards as inverted because I do like to stay positive. But I will tell you that when I do personal readings, I don't at all hold back. I tell everything. I'm telling everything in this card because I feel like it's important. I feel like it's part of what's resonating with this card today. So what I want you to do today is I want you to think about trying to look at things a different way, especially in places that you want to move forward, because you might be under a glamour of some kind. However, this card does have, or maybe you have this fantasy and you're not able to see what's really going on because you're holding on to your fantasies. But this card also has to do with a lot of other things, like cleansing, like manifesting, like using your psychic power for, and doing all the. The last time I pulled this card, it was really speaking a lot about your muse and your artistic and creative self. So if that resonates more with you today, then I would say honor your creativity today. Work on one of your projects that is taking some creativity. Not everybody does art and music and poetry and that kind of thing. There are a lot of people out there that enjoy doing other things that are creative, that have to do with programming, or building a bridge, or there are lots of things. So I want you to honor that part of yourself today and try to see if you can kind of look a little away from your fantasy and try to look at reality a little bit better. I don't know how else to put that, but here you go. That's your card today. We're going to move on to the next card, and we have this beautiful fluorite. I'll bring it up close so that you can see it. It is almost more blue than green in some cases, and there's some rose colored, but it does have a green tone to it, and I really like that, so I'm using it. And I'm changing positions because I found myself in a very uncomfortable position. But now I will turn over your card. So, the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles. Here we have a couple. There they are with all their discs, which sometimes can mean money. This card I actually did pull inverted today. It says that you're having some serious worries, especially when it's coming to money. And what can I tell you about that? Well, one thing I can tell you is something that I've been thinking about doing with my money worries, and that is to hire a professional, to talk to someone who knows, and maybe someone who has a professional that they trust with their money. It's not like I have a lot of money, but I have some money coming in from some different sources rather than a regular job, so I definitely want to get my taxes right. So money worries, hire a professional. Maybe you've had a huge loss. I think a lot of us have lost a lot of money in this. I did. I mean, if anybody has any kind of stocks, those went down the tube. All of them. Like, I don't think very many stocks grew at all in the past few months. But again, we're talking about today. So, um, team up with your partner, whether it be a business partner or whether it be your marriage partner or your roommate, whoever you work with your money with, and get on the same page. Talk about your common goal. And you may not have to hire a professional, but it's something that you guys can work through. I do believe you have a strong foundation. Um, and so this is something that y'all can think about. You might need to go a new direction. As far as stocks are concerned, I'd just hold on to them until they appreciate, because I do believe that will eventually happen. You might have to hold on to them for many, many years, because that's just how it goes sometimes. So your assignment today is to get with your partner and talk money. You've got some worries, talk them out. There's lots of stuff you can do with help, with the help of your partner and or with the help of a professional, that you would not be able to do alone by yourself. I promise. Um, Even if you're the smartest person in the world, it still helps to have a partner and to be able to talk through your worries with someone. And so we're going to move on to this lovely highlight, which I'm going to get my light out again because I want you to see the green. Whoops, I don't know if that helps much. There we go. The beautiful green marbling that we have in this great piece of earth that I have in my hand right now. We're going to pull over your card and we're going to see what is going on with you today. Well, that's not pretty. Here, let me bring it up close. That's not pretty. That is the Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Swords. Swords often have to do with, well, your mental state. Whoops. Started rocking the tripod. So it really seems like, let's see, what is this card talking about? Your mental. Basically, there's a lot of troubles, a lot of sadness. Obviously, like a time where you're really just kind of frozen in place and not able to do anything because of your mental state. Possibly you too have had a great loss in the past few days, weeks, months, especially when it comes to money loss. But I think this has more to do with like a loss of position in your job, maybe even a loss of your job. And it has kind of made you non functional. So if this is the card you have and you've been finding yourself laying in bed too often or plopping in front of the TV and not really functioning throughout the day, not really doing that, I would say that's okay. It's okay to shut down for a little bit. It really is. It would be a really good idea, though, to seek professional help if you're really having a hard time with depression. We don't want you to become a casualty um, of depression, which is we don't want anybody to hurt themselves. And this is a dark place to be in. Establishing a routine, talking to your friends, you know the drill, but it's hard when you're feeling the way you're feeling. Set a clock, set an alarm 3 times a day. That helps me a lot. It helps me keep the time of the day, and it also helps me remember what I'm supposed to be doing next. My first alarm, I don't need an alarm to get out of bed anymore because I'm doing this, but when I'm in this kind of position, when I'm feeling like this, an alarm 3 or even 4 times a day. Time to get out of bed. Time to take your medicine. Time to eat your lunch. Time to take a walk. Time to go back to bed. Yay, maybe I'll go back early because I'm feeling so down. It's okay to have your feelings, especially when you've experienced what you've experienced. I can't, just because the death card hasn't come up, I can't leave out the possibility of a death of someone that you love. There's a lot of that going on. There's a lot of dying going on right now, not just COVID. A lot of suicides. Y'all keep coming back here. If you need more, get some extra therapy. Call me. Get yourself a private reading. Don't ever let money stand in the way of booking me. Book me. I'll give you a call. Let me know what's going on with you, and we can work on the money part. Okay. I do this for money. This here is a free gift, though. This what I'm doing here. But like I said, don't let that get in the way of calling me. Now we're going to turn over. Oh, look at that. Our beautiful knight with his beautiful heart there, protecting what matters. A knight, well, just when you think of a knight, as far as I'm concerned, I always think of, especially this knight. He's the good knight. He's a knight, and even his worst stuff is not that bad. He happens to be a little codependent. That's just because he cares so much, okay? Isn't he gorgeous? So, this knight is ready to do anything to right wrongs for you. This knight is ready to go to battle for you for righteousness. He is also very peaceful. He would rather not do it with violence. But if there's something going on that nothing else will answer, agitate, agitate, agitate. Charming, graceful, this knight. Also, a beautiful lover. If this is you today, be someone's champion. If you need a champion today, look for this guy. He'll be there. So we've come to the end. So do me a favor, like, subscribe, share, come back. You bolster me, you hold me up, and I really do appreciate all of you for that. I just want to give you all big hugs. Like, wouldn't it be cool if we could just all really be in the same time and space together, just for a moment, maybe with some, what my favorite drink is? Water. Maybe all with some ice cold, of course it's really hot today, ice cold glass of water. Anyway, with that, I will bid you adieu. I will see you in the morning. Love you. Bye.